Alright, well, I'm here today to review the brand new Ozzy Osbourne album, Ordinary Man, released this year, 2020. Produced by Andrew Watt. This is the 12th studio album by Ozzy. Very interesting, very polarizing album. Kind of a spur of the moment deal. I mean, it was announced the latter part of last year, and it was set to be released the early part of this year. So I mean, kind of a spur of the moment type thing. Several singles were released from this album before this album came out. I mean, he collaborated with Post Malone on a song called "Take What You Want," which is a bonus track on this album. And I mean, I have mixed opinions about that song. I like the way Ozzy sounds, but as for the song itself, I mean, it's kind of kind of really. Really and truly, the first few singles that I heard, I really enjoyed. There's one single I didn't like initially that I do like now, and I'll get into that one when we get there. But I mean, kind of a spur of the moment deal, and maybe it. I probably have to say it kind of shows that it's kind of a spur of the moment deal. This album kind of gives me a rushed feeling, kind of a pushed for time type thing, to where maybe they had a release date for it to be released and they had to go ahead with the release date. But let's go ahead and get into this album with Straight to Hell, featuring Slash on guitar. Um Initially I did not like this song. This was the second single, I believe. And initially, I did not like this track. I thought this track was the worst out of the ones I'd heard at the time, and really did not enjoy this track. Now I think it's one of the best tracks on the album. My opinion has really changed on this song. The next track, In My Life, the first time I heard this album, this one really stuck out to me. I thought that this track really has a good catchy chorus. The groove in the chorus is really cool. Um, Overall, I think it's a really good track. The next track on the album is a song called Goodbye, kind of trying to be Iron Man. It's filler, in my opinion. I really don't care for the track. Overall, just not a very good track. The next track, Ordinary Man. I'm kind of on the fence with this track. I mean, Elton John sounds really good. Just kind of way too melancholy for me. Kind of bittersweet maybe, and I'm kind of on the fence with this track. The next track, Under the Graveyard, which is one of the tracks that I heard. This was the first single from the album. Initially, I really loved this track. My opinion changed going into this album, but I still really like this track. And then the next track on the album, Eat Me, once again, kind of, it's really cheesy, but I kind of like it still. And I mean, really, there's not much else I can say. I've heard this album twice, and this is my honest opinion on this album. I kind of like the track, but I think it's kind of filler at the same time, maybe. Very cheesy, but okay. The next track, Today Is the End. I really enjoy this track. The chorus to me is really catchy, and yeah, there's not really much else I can say about it. I think the chorus is really catchy. The next track, Scary Little Green Men. Once again, okay track. No, well, I'll take that back. This is kind of the filler track on the album to me. I really don't care for this. Supposedly there's this video coming out with Jason Momoa as Ozzy, but I mean, I seen a sneak peek of it here the other day. But overall, I don't really care for it. The next track, Holy for the Night. kind of, once again, melancholy. I don't really care for it. Kind of on to the next track. It's a Raid. I heard this before the album was actually released. Way before the album was actually released, actually. It was leaked. Probably by far one of the worst Ozzy songs ever. This has got Post Malone on it. I really don't like it, and I'm not pressing judgment against Post Malone because I'm not one of those freaking out over him being on this album or him collaborating with him or anything like that. But I really don't like this track. I mean, probably the most profanity in an Ozzy song or an Ozzy album per se. I mean, really, he's known for profanity live, but not in concert. I mean, not on studio albums. But the next track, which is a bonus track, Take What You Want. I mean, everybody's probably heard that by now. The collaboration with Post Malone. On the fence about it. I don't like it. I don't really hate it. I mean, Ozzy sounds good. But there's also another track called Darkside Blues, which is Japanese bonus track. I haven't heard it. I've looked it up on YouTube, couldn't find it. Interested to hear it. Maybe it should have made the album. Maybe it's better than every track on there. I don't know. But that's my review of Ordinary Man. Hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. Whatever you want to do. I hope you enjoyed it. I like this album. I don't hate it. I don't love it. But this is my honest opinion of the album, and I hope you enjoyed, and maybe I'll be back with some more reviews.